Welcome everybody. We are in session number 5 of our online class, and after we finish the session, it might take some time, but here is the place for the recording. So now if you want to repeat what we've done, it is going to be right here. That red string will become a link, the same as the one above here. It's a link now. You can go there and see the videos. Same is going to happen here. Now, part of your assignment for today was doing the quiz on bug reporting and bug tracking. And let me go there and see how you did that quiz, and we will discuss. Bug reporting is probably the simplest thing you can find in software testing. The problem though is if you fail with that, you fail dramatically. You cannot just make a mistake. You really fail when it comes to bug tracking things. Will be down for maximum Saturday, November. Okay, God, they come with scaring messages. Now, what I see here is it says bug tracking, bug recording. You can see it. And we have just 27 people who completed that. And I think we should be having at least 10 more in our original class. And then we have more people in coming from previous classes to repeat that. So I would say we are underperforming as a group with 27 participants. Okay, let's see what's in there. Guys, my point here is if you do not really do it hands-on, you cannot get much. It's kind of very straightforward here. No miracles, no magic involved. So what fields tester fills out in a bug report? Now, when it comes to things as simple as bug reporting, in general, the simpler the question, the more you have to pay attention to the details, because the trick, the key, the point might be in subtle details here. So when I see that what fields tester fills out in a bug report, the keyword is tester. Because if you think about bug report, it goes through some workflow. It's called bug lifecycle. So first, a tester writes the bug report, which means fills out a form in the bug tracking system. And then it goes to development manager, let's call him this way, or the person who is responsible for assigning bugs to developers. So let's call him development manager. And development manager might do certain things, actually will do certain things with that form. Then it goes to developer, and developer might do something with that form. So few people are involved. The question is, and by the way, when you open the bug reporting form, it already comes with certain data in it. When you save it, the number is assigned. So software, the bug tracking database application by itself will fill out certain form, certain field. For example, when you log into the system and you run the bug report, the system knows who you are because you logged in. So certain fields will be done by the system, certain fields will be done by you, certain fields will be done by development manager, and you have to understand the cycle, okay? So that is what they want to know about you. Do you understand the cycle? So what fields tester fills out? Here is the key, tester. Let's see. Bug report ID. Guys, bug report ID is generated automatically. Okay? It's not what tester does. See, you are already in that trap. You didn't pay attention. You think, oh, I know what's bug reporting form, but it's not about bug reporting form. It's about tester. Steps to reproduce. Definitely tester does steps to reproduce. Severity. So how bad is the problem? Yes, so we have even more people voting for severity than steps to reproduce. Okay, then priority. Guys, priority comes from development manager or the person who assigns bugs to developers. Sometimes it's project manager. So when we go really for title of that person, it might be one way or another way. That is why I don't want you to really to get stuck with the title. It might be different title, but the function of that person is to assign bugs to developers. Sometimes even testers will do priority. I know a couple of testers who work in companies where they are supposed to assign. But the problem here is tester normally doesn't know exactly who is doing what. When it comes to source code, we don't know. We might have an idea, we don't know exactly. So in most of the companies I know, testers will not do priority. Reported by, generated by the system. The system knows who you are. You can change. You might go to your fellow tester computer. Maybe your computer is busy with whatever work. So you just go to someone else's computer and you report it from there. And then you can change it. You can choose, from the list box. But initially it is done by the system. So unless you go to somebody else's computer, so why? And if you go to somebody else's computer and you log under your login, then it knows it's you. Guys, look what happened. They ask you exact question. They say tester. They didn't ask you, about bug report in general. They said tester. And then look how you failed here. Assigned to. Guys, it is not your business. Absolutely. So development manager says, you're going to fix it. Development manager will assign that bug. So assigned to and priority is done by same person at the same time. You have different votes. You have 37% here and 22% here. Guys, it's not tester. Both is done by same person who is not tester at the same time. Short description. Short description, yes, testers do short description. We do short description first, and then we do steps to reproduce. Sometimes we do not do steps to reproduce. It might be obvious. It might be just graphic user interface bug, the one we did with you, for 2 sessions. And it doesn't need any steps to reproduce. But that one is even more important than steps to reproduce. There could be bug report without steps, but there couldn't be a bug report without short description. It's unthinkable. Expected result and actual result are not properties of a bug report. Those are fields in test case. When we start talking about test cases more, we will talk about expected result and actual result. So when a tester compares actual and expected, so tester will say test case failed or test case passed. In a bug report, so what is a bug report? Bug report points to the difference between expected and actual. So in some sense, bug report talks about the difference between actual and expected, but it doesn't have fields like actual and expected. There are exceptions. Those of you who registered with UTest, and you are all supposed to register with UTest, and their bug report does have expected and actual. It does, but they are very special company working in very special circumstances. They pay you per bug report. Their bug report is very different, and it has nothing to do with what the rest of the industry is doing. I just want you to understand that. Okay, good. Jira also has. It depends how it is customized. We will deal with Elemental bug tracking system, and I can put any field I want in there. Those systems are customizable. So it's not about Jira or Mantis or Elemental. Whatever is customizable, you can do it. But what I'm saying, normally it is not there. I'm not saying sometimes it is there. I'm just telling you that normally it is about test case rather than bug report. So do not get confused in between bug report and test case, because lots of people do get confused. We will come to that multiple times, you will see. Actual results. Keep going. Question number 2. How do you write a bug report? So what are the rules of writing bug reports? Which is important? Which is important? You work in a certain environment. You have to understand how that environment functions. For example, the first question, the first option says, immediately upon identifying the problem and making sure it is reproducible. Guys, that is exactly how you write a bug report, because alternatively, you can say, well, I have to verify the requirement first, and then I come back and write bug report. Not really. You write it before you finish what you are doing. The reason you run into the bug report is you work on verification of requirement. You work on making sure requirement is there, implemented properly. But you run into bugs by doing that. And then the question is, should I report it right away, or should I verify the requirement first? You have to write the bug report immediately. That is the point. Making sure it is reproducible. If it is not reproducible, you cannot write much, because developer cannot fix it. That is the point. If you give me steps which are reproducible, so developer goes to the steps and finds the bug, so developer now can fix it. If you write steps and then developer executes steps and it's not reproducible, so developer cannot fix it. It's a waste of time. In some companies, guys, you have to understand, it's a very diverse world. In some companies, they tell you, even if it is not reproducible, write it anyway. But, guys, nobody can fix it. Unless it is reproducible, who can fix it? And the reason to write a bug report is to have it fixed. If you know it's not going to be fixed, why would you write it? The reason we have bug reporting system is we want bug fixed. That is the only reason we want the bug. I mean, we do the whole thing to have them fixed. Then we have the rule of 3 W's. Guys, the rule of 3 W's is the rule we have in our school. I formulated that rule for you. It's not like you can find it in a book or somewhere else. But it's a good rule, and it answers the question if bug report is good enough. Sometimes we have we are not comfortable, we are not happy with the bug report we write. We want to make it better, we want to make it clearer, we want to make it not exactly what it is, and then it might take lots of time. And then we have to say, look, if it does explain what happened, where it happened, and under which circumstances, and circumstances are pretty much in the steps, so then it's okay. Don't have that, don't torture yourself with the creative writing, problems. Good enough, okay. Definitely, how we write bug report, we make sure it is good enough. We make sure it explains what happened, where it happened, under which circumstances. Absolutely. Write one bug report for no more than 5 fixes. Nobody says that. Yes, because we write one bug report for 1 fix. We know that. Bug report should be as complete as possible. It is true, because if there is any material fact or information and you do not put it in bug report, I mean, you know it, but you do not put it there, then developer should spend time finding that information. So if you have it, put it there. It's your job. Because sometimes people just skip certain things. And, yeah, it's okay. It's kind of whatever. I know it, but it's okay. Say it. Give it to developer so developer doesn't spend time, getting the information you already have. Bug report is about creative writing, more like an essay. It's not true. And I can tell you, I've seen lots of people whose vocabulary in English was like 200 words, and they were able to write very good bug reports, because the less it is like an essay, the better. Okay, it's not a creative writing piece, it's just very structured. 1, 2, 3, 5, boom, crash. That's it. So some people say, oh, my English is poor, I cannot write a good bug report. No. Your English cannot be that poor. If you are in that class, if you are listening to me, guys, you have perfect English for writing bug reports. Report a bug after discussing it with QA manager or QA lead. We have just one person in support of that, which is right. You do not want people to get distracted from their job. And so if you really involve your lead or manager all the time in that process, so that is the easiest way to lose a job. And but sometimes we definitely consult with people above us. So senior people, management, and so, sometimes we just have to figure out, is it really that much important, or is it really something they have to fight for? Is it really something which is worth attention, or whatever? And they like to discuss philosophical issues, guys, believe it or not, they like it. They do not like to discuss stupid things which you have to do automatically, and then you involve them, then they become unhappy. I remember one gentleman here, he came to the school from from Seattle, and he studied here, and his English was kind of poor, but what happened besides that, prior to coming to our school, he was working in a mechanical shop, and he is a mechanical engineer from Belarus. And in a mechanical shop, he was told, don't do anything unless it's approved by your supervisor, because, it's dangerous. And he knew he cannot do anything unless it is approved. So he studies here, he goes back to Seattle, gets a job with Microsoft right away. And then in a month, he loses a job. Because what he did was, he was asking questions like, should I do it this way, should I do it that way, would you mind if I do it? And his manager was naturally upset, because he has to make that decision himself. And only after a couple of years, he's a developer now actually. He got a job somewhere else, and he's okay. But after a couple of years, he told me what happened. He said, you know what, I was told not to do anything myself unless it's approved. So guys, don't run into that. You are supposed to do everything yourself unless the decision goes beyond your competence. Okay, that is where you have to go to people and ask for more better decision, making decision. Use technical terms, not people of the street language. Absolutely. If you want others to understand you, so you have to say, okay, here is a button, here is a menu item, menu title, here is the status bar. You have to call things exactly as they are called by other people. So if you talk about button, you don't click the button, you push the button. If you talk about menu item, you select menu item. You do not click menu. It's minor, but sometimes you do not use the right terminology, and then nobody can understand what you are talking about. Okay. Very good. New testers. Okay, that one comes from a graduate. Actually, she didn't graduate yet. She was in my class at the very end of the class, but she started her internship. And then she comes and says, Michael, other interns in that same company told me that we are expected to write lots of poor bugs because, a lot because we are enthusiastic, and poor because we cannot write good bugs. Yeah, we are too new. Guys, you are not supposed to write poor bugs. If you are new, you might write few bugs, but you cannot write poor bugs under any circumstances. It's not what people are expecting you to do. Okay. Now, where am I? Keep going. So, as simple as it is, I think that discussion is something you have to really maybe come back to at some point and listen again. It's very easy when someone tells you, guys, but when you go to an interview and they start asking you things, one more factor here is interview by itself is a stressful process, especially if you are very new to the field and new to the country, you never worked in that environment, and you become nervous, guys. I can tell you, I've been doing that for many years. If you put me under interview where I have to, where I really depend on the result, I'll be nervous. There are things which are stressful to me as well. So we are all humans. We are all, exposed to stress. That is why you have to really learn it. Because if you just understand, it's not enough. Because when you come to an interview and they ask you the simplest question, the first thing which comes to your mind is, God, it cannot be that simple. It is something I have no idea about. That is what lots of people, come to. I'm just trying to, to support you in that. Say, guys, learn it. Come back again and again and again, repeat it. So make sure it just, jumps out of you like a bullet from a brick wall. Bug report ID. So what is the single most important field of a bug report? Or let's say, I'm asking you, if out of all the fields in the bug report, you have to keep just one, which field would you keep? And the answer here comes from the question, why in the world you write bug report? You write bug reports so they will be fixed. So then we can rephrase the question, what is the single field on the bug report which allows other people, developers, to understand what happened and fix it? What is that single field? And as most of you pointed here, it is steps to reproduce. If I have steps to reproduce, it's not convenient, but at least I can go and fix it. If you tell me there is a crash, I say, yeah, cool, but what am I going to fix? Crash. Which crash? I don't know, it just crash. So that is severity. 27% of you are saying, if I know it's a crash, I go and fix it. How would you fix it? Priority. Okay. You are telling me there is a bug which has to be fixed immediately. Fix it. Which bug? I don't know. I just know it has to be fixed immediately. But which bug? I don't know. Guys, you cannot say priority, you cannot say severity. Short description sometimes allows you to fix a bug, but not always. So steps to reproduce is much more reliable. Basically, if I have nicely written steps to reproduce, the bug will be fixed, no doubt about it. Bug report ID. If you have just the number, say bug number 27, can you fix it? What is the bug? I don't know, it's 27. It's a very simple question, guys. We have just 50% of you on the right side. Okay, which is okay. At that stage of the process, guys, it's okay. And did you really, anybody who had a chance to read the chapter in the book on bug tracking, bug reporting? Anybody had a chance? It's a brilliant book overall. I'm not sure if you did have a chance to open it and look at the book, but it's a good one. It's my favorite. I don't think there is any book which is better than that one. Okay, let's move. Unfortunately, it is not done like chapter by chapter along our course, but it's brilliant. Describe the bug's life cycle. We just did that, but oh god, 9 people skipped. Guys, bugs life cycle is, I would say, pretty much must. We have companies interviewing in a school for internships pretty much every day, sometimes 2-3 companies a day. And I would say literally everybody says, okay, tell me about bug life cycle. Okay, so what are the responses? Okay, let me run Notepad so I can show you what I think about bugs life cycle. Okay. So, what are you saying here? Tester finds the bug. Okay, let me copy paste that to Notepad. What? Let me copy paste to Notepad, and let's say tester finds not the bug. Okay, and reports. Wait a second. Find the bug is one thing. Reporting the bug is another thing. Let's say tester again. Tester reports. Those are 2 different things. because finding the bug involves a couple of steps. So you have to find the bug, you have to make sure it is reproducible on your computers, then you go to a couple of other computers and you see if it is reproducible over there. So to say I found the bug means you did some work, to make sure it's a good bug. It is worth reporting. Tester reports the bug is a different step. Finding is one thing, reporting is another thing. What else do we have? It goes to project manager. I wouldn't say project manager. It goes to, well, development manager, project manager, but then we don't say it goes. So tester reports the bug. Then let's say development or project manager gives priority, gives, we don't say gives, we say assigns. Assigns priority, not bug, okay, bug, priority, and assigns priority and assigns the bug to developer. So we put both in one step because it is done at once. That person does two things, assigns priority and assigns the bug to developer. Developer takes the report. There is no step like takes the report. Developer, whatever steps in between, developer fixes the bug, okay, and marks it as fixed. Very good. Developer says fixed. Who is next? Next is you. So tester, it's not like you can see it. Your job is, and you do not certify anything, tester verifies the bug fixed. Tester verifies the bug fixed. That's it. We might figure out a few more steps and put it there, but that is pretty much what the whole thing is about. Okay, let's see what you have. Number one, the bug is found and reported by tester, developer, someone else. That is very smart because bugs are reported not just by testers. Sometimes developers write a bug report to themselves so they don't forget about the bug later on. Lots of people write bug reports. Mostly testers, obviously, but 95%, 99% testers, but it's not just testers. So the bug is found and reported. Good. The bug goes to project manager. Who says project manager? Where did you get the project manager? Or development manager, okay. To be given priority and be assigned to one of the developers. Good. Gets fixed by developer, yes. Goes back to tester so he can verify that it's fixed. It is fixed. Perfect. Reported. Listen, bug goes to project manager doesn't explain anything. So what project manager does with the bug? Puts them in the refrigerator. What do you mean goes to project manager? Doesn't say anything, really. Bug gets reported. It doesn't say found. Okay. Reported, goes to project manager, developer fixes, goes to tester for verification. So, okay? Could be done better. Remember, guys, you are in the business of getting a job. You are not in the business of passing certification exam. Means we have competition. We have to be better than competition. We do not have that luxury to come with the right answer, correct answer. We have to be coming with answer better than others. Okay, so someone will come with easily with the answer better than this one. Okay, you cannot afford an answer like that. You do not want other people to beat you. You have to be real sharp with your answers. When bug gets detected, it's reported first. Okay, let's say it's kind of English. Okay. Bug gets to project development manager to be assigned and gets priority, to be assigned. Okay. and gets priority. Rating. What's rating? Priority rating. Bug gets to developer and he fixes it and changes status of that bug as fixed. Okay, to fixed. Then it gets back to tester and he verifies if it was actually fixed, and if it was, close the bug. Good. Good. So the last step, let me write here. Verify the bug is fixed. Very smart. Tester closes the bug. Yeah, very good. Okay. There is some action to be taken here. Closing the bug. Okay. After it is fixed, you verify it's fixed, you will close it, so it disappears. Very good. So we are working on definition of that life cycle. Very good. Question number 6. How can a tester be sure that bug was fixed? So what are the options? Make sure the status of the bug report is fixed. Not exactly, guys. We will do that, and I'll show you physically how it happens. Bug report will not show up in tester's part of the bug tracking system. There is a view, there is a page which tester has. So for bug report to show up on that page, it should have the status as fixed. So when developer says fixed, it will result in the bug report showing on tester's page. So if you can see it, it's for sure fixed. For sure does have that fixed value in that field. Get an approval of a manager. So manager should tell you it's fixed. No, not really, guys, not really. When you fix the bug, you fix the bug. You make sure it's fixed, and you are competent to do that. Confirm with developer over the phone. You don't have to. Developer says fixed. What should you confirm? Developer says, I think it's fixed. And then you make sure, okay, you don't have to talk to developer anymore. But what you have to do, you repeat the step of reproduce in the bug report. That is how you say if the bug was fixed. Okay? Imagine, I'll give you an example. Imagine we have 3 buttons. So one button is, I don't know how to really do it here, but oh, you know what? I will run Word, Microsoft Word to show. Okay, let's say you have 3 buttons, and one button is Mikhail, another button is Portno, and another button is another button is Silicon Valley. I'm improvising here. Silicon Valley. We have 3 buttons, and all 3 buttons are within the same dialog box. And then just a second. Okay, in the first button, the letter L is underlined, which means, you know what it means. It means L is a keyboard access key. If you do Alt L, so it will push the button. In Silicon Valley, we have another L underlined, and here we have O underlined. Okay. And the tester comes to the dialog box, and tester says, hey, we've got duplication of keyboard access key. And you write a bug report, and you say, in such and such dialog box, buttons Mikhail and Silicon Valley have same keyboard access key, which is letter L. And then developer comes, and developer says, oh God, really? How could it happen? No problem, let's fix it, developer says. So we move it from here to here. Okay. And developer says, fixed. Is it fixed? How do you know it is fixed or it's not fixed? You look at your bug report. If your bug report says duplication of keyboard access keys in such and such dialog box, the words Mikhail, the buttons Mikhail and Silicon Valley both have letter L as keyboard access key, then the bug is fixed. Because if you follow the steps, follow the description, well, it's not the case anymore. And by fixing that bug, we created another bug of same kind right away. But you know what? The bug report is fixed and you close it. You just write another one saying in same dialog box, buttons Portnoy and Silicon Valley have keyboard access keys duplicated. Or something like that. So guys, is it clear what I was just telling you? Okay? Good. How can tester be sure the bug was fixed? There is just one way. You go through steps to reproduce, or if there are no steps, you go through short description, and you just figure out if you can reproduce it by following the steps. If you cannot reproduce it by following the steps, whatever stupidity happens right after that, doesn't matter. You just close the bug. That's it. And you're pretty much everybody. I mean, 81% with that. So a second. Make sure there was nothing broken in the related functional areas. Here, guys, we run in something which is called regression testing. Let me write it for you. Regression testing. The idea of regression testing is to make sure that when we change the code, for whatever reason we change the code, we do not break anything down. With all the good intentions, when we make changes to the code, we break existing code. And I have a teacher who, she works in the industry, and she did go to some seminar, and they were given the number like 28% probability of breaking things down when you fix. If you make 100 fixes or 100 changes to the code, you might break existing code in 28 places in average. I don't know where that number comes from. I'm just telling you, there is a percentage, even 10%, even 5%. There is a chance of breaking things down. That is what regression testing is for, making sure that nothing got broken. But making sure that nothing is broken has nothing to do with making sure the bug was fixed. Okay? Anytime there is a code modified, we have to make sure that nothing was broken. It doesn't have to be fixing the bug. It could be just implementing a new feature. It could be sometimes configurational changes. And then something got broken. So it has nothing to do with fixing the bug. How you make sure the bug was fixed? Follow the steps. Regression is a different type of testing, and it has nothing to do with verification of the bug being fixed. Guys, is it clear? Because lots of people run into that. It's a subtle detail, but that is how they know how good you are. Nobody says yes or no. I don't know. If you're listening, or maybe I'm lost. Okay, good. Yes, good, clear, good. Guys, I'm telling you, there is nothing really complicated in software testing. I mean, if you, at least the black box part, so when we test from user perspective, if you have common sense and kind of structured, logical thinking, guys, you can do everything. And you can learn the rest, actually. I mean, HTML, JavaScript, all that stuff, which is kind of minor, I would say. I received a message today in Skype from a lady who took our May class. She started in May and she finished in August. And she lives in Russia, and she wrote me today that she started to work few weeks ago. She started to work remotely for a company in New York and making $18 per hour. Guys, you can't imagine what's $18 per hour in Russia, even in Moscow, where everything is pricier. And wow, interesting. So what I'm saying, she doesn't even live in US, and she doesn't even sense the local realities the way we sense it here, but she was able to do such a great thing. So QA manager, who can change severity in previously reported bug? The simple answer is everybody but developer. If you allow developers to change severity on the bugs, you will suddenly realize that all the bugs are not really severe. It's just minor stuff. Who cares? Severity is very, very important. You can reconsider. Really, you might talk to developer, you might talk to someone else and say, yeah, really, okay, let's change the severity. Definitely development manager, or the person who assigns bugs to developer, that person might say, yeah, really, it's not that much severe. Who else? God knows. Tester, development manager. And then if QA manager wants to, so he can do that. Lots of people have access to bug tracking system, but the only person who cannot touch that is developer. So we're saying QA manager, can he do it? He can do it, absolutely. Anybody in QA team can do it. Tester, 100%, guys, you can also always go and change it. Developer, no way. Development manager, guys, why development manager cannot? Tell me. Development manager can say, you fix it. Development manager says, you have to fix it no later than. Development manager says, here is the priority. That is priority, the highest priority, medium priority, low priority. Development manager is a big time decision maker. So why he cannot? He definitely he can. Business analyst shouldn't even have access to bug tracking system. Or maybe only as someone who reports bugs, not just making any decisions on bug tracking. On whom depends quality of the computer software? Guys, as many times as I have our students answering that question, so they say, testers. Guys, your choice is testers. You believe in that, which is, on one hand, is kind of naive. On the other hand, it's very touching. You believe you can make the difference in software testing. Everybody, guys, each and every role makes certain impact. Definitely testers can find bugs and bugs will be fixed, and we are not discussing that part. Developers, if you hire better developers, if you pay them more money, guys, you definitely will get better code with less bugs. Definitely developers contribute a lot. If they are stressed, and they do not see much of what they're really doing, they will create lots of problems. So you need stress-proven developers. Business analysts are coming with requirements. If their requirements are good, we will not run into changing the requirements that often. So the less we change the requirements, the better quality of the code, obviously. So business analysts make their contribution to the quality of the software. Customers. So nobody believes in customers here, just 11%. Guys, customers are also important, because if as a customers you will not buy the crap, they stop producing the crap. I would say here in Silicon Valley, over the last, God knows, 5 years, we've seen so many organic foods coming to the market. We've seen Whole Foods stores, popping up around like mushrooms after rain. Why? People are willing to pay more for higher quality food. That is the only reason. If you pay more, they give you good quality. They give you good quality food, they give you good quality cars, they give you good quality software. The problem is people just are not willing to pay for better quality. So customers are important. Investors, guys. Investors are your lowest kind of importance people. If investors give more money, guys, we hire better analysts, we hire better developers, maybe better testers. Guys, the whole thing will turn around differently. So investors are important. Software development methodology. Definitely it makes sense. I mean, if mistake is made deciding how the software should be developed, definitely it will be a problem. So my point here is each and every role, each and every factor here is important. Okay, don't discard investors, do not discard customers. We are all responsible for the quality. From different, venues, we approach same thing, but we are all involved, no doubt about it. Okay, let's move to the next one. How many errors can testers submit on the problem report? We discussed that before, and we have options. So 73% of you support that only one error. No more than 5, good. No more than 10, no limitations. Some people say no limitations. Normally it has 2-3 errors per bug report, no way. Okay guys, here is the story. If we play by the rules, it's one bug report. Okay, it is one bug report per fix. How many errors can testers submit on one problem? One error. But look at the Tolle page. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was another one. Tolle. No, where is it? Okay. Look at the Tolle page. Look at that part of the Tolle page. Search my invoice. So invoice number label comes with no ellipsis. I'm sorry, no column. Customer comes with no column. Purchase order comes with no column. From amount comes with a column. No column, no column, no column, and 2 more. No column, no column. Now, we have to write a report. Should we write one report about the whole thing, or should we write, how many? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 identical reports. So sometimes, well, definitely you do not want to write 8 identical reports about pretty much same thing. So what you write one bug report. But you do not say such and such field has no column. You are saying search my invoices section, labels to the fields have no column. Labels, all of them pretty much have no column. After the developer says fixed, you look again. What might happen easily, there will be one field, let's say, one label, which still doesn't have a column, and then you write one bug report about that specific label. So my point here is, we sometimes write more than one error in one bug report, but it's more like an issue. We're not saying we have 5 problems and tell me when you fix all 5. Tell me when you take care of the issue, so I go there and see if it is done in a clean way, or there are a couple of things to clean up. That is the idea. Okay, guys, I'm talking about very simple things, very logical, very much fundamental. So I don't think there should be any challenge in understanding of how to do that. But if they ask you how many you put, you say I prefer to put 1. It doesn't mean it always happens like that. But anytime it happens, there should be some reason. Sometimes you just feel you have to do it this way or that way. I remember myself learning how to drive a car. And it was in month of December. It was winter in Moscow, Russia, so it was kind of icy. And so I did something on the road, I don't know. And the instructor who was sitting, next to me, he said, Michael, there is a fundamental difference between people who violate the traffic rules. Some people violate the traffic rules simply because they don't know the rule. And some people, they know the rules, but sometimes they just have to, on behalf of something, good, okay? They have a reason to do that. So, if we have no reason to put more than 1, we don't put more than 1. That is my point. Okay. But sometimes we might have circumstances under which we go in different ways. The meaning of a rule and the purpose of a rule is not like 100% of cases is covered. It means most of the cases are covered. Natasha is asking if all fields are not fixed. Basically, if developer says fixed but nothing was fixed, should we reopen the bug instead of creating a new one? It is very unlikely to happen. Normally, developer says fixed when it is not completely fixed, it's partially fixed. It is practically unthinkable to see bug report marked fixed without even touching it. You know, it's very unlikely. Yeah, but definitely we reopen bugs a lot. Yeah, it happens. We reopen the bug. The reason for reopening the bug is you don't write another one of same kind. Problems might come back sometimes. And if you see that problem, it was reported, it was fixed. Instead of writing a new bug report, you just say, oh, okay, there was a bug report like that before, just reopen it. That's it. Okay, what is the main purpose of finding bugs? To fix them, guys, isn't it obvious? Then we have another one, 46%, to make sure the most severe problems are not present in released software. That one would be good if I will ask another question. If I ask you, how do we decide if the release is good enough to be given to customers? How do we make that decision? How do we know it's good enough to be released? And then you say, well, if the most severe problems are removed, it's good enough. It's a good answer to different question. If the question is, why in the world we write bug reports, we want them fixed. Otherwise, we would not write a bug report. If I know for sure that problem is not going to be fixed, I would never write a bug report. No matter how minor. Guys, think about it. We have 4 levels of severity in a bug report. Critical, which is like crashes or system hangs, something catastrophic. So we have critical. We have serious, which is not that much catastrophic, but really needs to be fixed. Then we have minor. Minor means it doesn't matter really if you fix them or not. I mean, it's nice to fix them, but if not, it's okay. And then we have suggestions, what we call validation. So we reflect to requirements. We suggest to change some requirements, features, and this and that. So we have 4 levels of requirement of bug report. So if we talk about the most severe problems, then we might say, okay, then don't report anything which is not crash or system hangs, yeah? Because who cares? We still report serious, we still report even minor, even though most of the minors maybe are not likely to be fixed because they might not have time to take care of minor, but we still report them because we hope they're going to be fixed if they might have time and so on. So that is my kind of thinking about most severe problems. We write all the problems, not just most severe. We just write them. Okay, sometimes you also have to understand, sometimes the problem is not really severe, but priority is high. For example, if I go to, let's say, Notepad. In Notepad, I go to Help, About, okay? And then in Help About, instead of Copyright 2009, it will say copyright, let's say instead of Microsoft Corporation, it will say Oracle Corporation, for example. Just as hypothetical. Guys, technically speaking, it is of lowest severity bug. It is of highest priority, but it cannot be lower. Just one word mistyped, you know, or something like that. But you know what? So even though, if we go back to that verbiage, it is not severe. It is not, definitely not most severe problem, but it is a highest priority problem. And we are not deciding on priority. It's not our business. We just say, you know, it's minor. Technically, it is minor. Importance-wise, it is huge. So that is why we have severity and we have priority. Because severity is a technical quality. It's not importance. Priority is about importance. Okay. So guys, let me look at your homework. It must be here. Let's go to session 6. Okay. Section 6, we will talk about test cases and test plans and test documentation in general. So you watch the webinar, and okay, I will try to, I promise you to show the bug tracking system, so I will try to do it next time. There is one more thing I wanted to tell you. Starting next week, we are planning to have 3 different subjects. Let me write you in Notepad. So we are planning to have 3 different things. So Monday, we will have EVET, teaching mobile testing. Monday. Then Tuesday, we will have Marina, uppercase obviously, okay. Marina doing project. And it's going to be an amazing project, guys. We started it last time, and we did just 3 sessions. It's going to be more than that. So it's a brand new project. It is competing. I'm not sure how successfully it will compete, but it is competing with Skype. And it is available on the web. It is available on Android platform. If you want to be really heavily involved in that project, make sure you have Android device. Borrow somewhere. Okay, so you want that really. It will benefit you tremendously. So Marina will do project, and Thursday, they gave me Thursday. So Mikhail will do, which is me. Okay, Mikhail comes with SQA. Okay, so that is how we start. And also, I would like to see your resumes. I mean, those of you who are volunteering to start looking for a job as soon as possible, you send an email to me at mikhail@portnov.com, and in the title of that email with uppercase characters, you say online resume November. Okay? Online resume November. Guys, I'm getting like 600 emails every day. Okay? And you don't want to be lost in that. Okay? And I will not reply with, thank you very much, I've got your resume. So I just put it in the folder, and then I start doing the resumes. And you're not going to use them right away anyway. So just, I would be happy with 5 to 10 resumes. I don't need 20 or 30. I just want the kind of special forces to go to the market and show how fast you can get a job. Nicola, okay, just send me resume. What if you cannot borrow an Android device? There are software applications which allow you to mimic Android devices. But physical device is better than a software which which does that. I was in our classroom here. In physical classroom, when I ask what people have, I would say more people have iPhone rather than Android. Maybe 60% come with iPhones and 40% come with Android. So we are thinking about buying, I don't know, 5, maybe 10 devices to have in the class. Yeah, same time, guys. Nikolai is asking if it is going to be same time. It is same time. I don't know how to borrow one. Maybe you have friends who can give you one. It doesn't have to be the most recent version. It could be something which is older. If is an Android phone good device? Android phone is perfect device. Definitely, phone is absolutely, yeah. Okay, tablet is perfect as well. Are you going to go over the homework for session 5 for usability for guys? It's a good request. Katya is asking. Not right now, but if you remind me later on, I'll be more than happy to do that. So far, I'm not sure who teaches Monday. It might be me or it might be Yvette. She is actually coming in an hour, and we will talk with her and see who will start on Monday. I can give her an introduction, and then she starts. What should resume contain? It's a good question. Resume should contain. Okay, let me write resume. Okay. Okay. Resume. You know what? Resume. Let me go to YouTube, guys. Let me go to YouTube. I have very good stuff on that. If I go to YouTube and I would search YouTube. You know what? Okay. YouTube. It has to be on the school channel. Just a second. Portnoy School. No. Not Portnoy. I have maybe job interview tips. Let me see there. Job interview tips. We have one more channel there. Probably I have that video over there. Okay, let's see. Resume. Yeah. How to write a good resume. How to make first resume. Yeah, so that is one. Watch the video. It tells exactly how a resume should be done. We have God, what is this? Is it mine? I feel jealous. What? Oh, I just commented somewhere. Okay. You just go to my videos. Okay, here it is. So we have just 5 videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. And that is resume writing video, and just do it. Just watch that one and give it to me. It has to be your actual resume. Don't try to put anything which is fake. Okay? Link, please. How can I give you link? I don't have. Unfortunately, I do not have Skype on that same computer. You just go to YouTube Silicon Valley. No, wait a second. Where is it? I just did it. No, I lost it. I can't believe it. How can I lose it? Oh, okay, it's here. Copy. I will put it in Notepad. Okay. YouTube. You can skip that user stuff. Okay. Job interview tips. Job interview tips. Here it is. YouTube.com job interview tips, and that is where it is. Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. So Ludmila gave the link. Okay, guys. I'll talk to you next week, either Monday or Thursday. We'll see. I will write you to the group. So it was my pleasure to entertain you today. I hope the group is finalized. We've got a few more new members, and okay. So let's meet next week, and there are so many exciting things coming. Guys, just make sure you are not, how to say, you are not lackadaisical, okay? You are, make sure you are focused, energized, and you are doing the homework, because it's very easy to get lost, okay? Just okay. You have so much at stake, so much. I wouldn't really sacrifice, anything. Good.